And finally I get to review the Bass Pro CatMaxx reel 300 size. I didn't know if I should start my catfish reel reviews with this reel or I should end my reviews with this reel, because this reel is special in my opinion. But I decided to end with it because once I review this reel, everything else becomes kind of gray. Before I start the review of the reel, let me go very quickly over the reviews that I did for its main two competitors, the Shimano Cardiff and the Abu Garcia Ambassador reels. This one is record, but you can use Catfish or any of these Abus. So what did I like about the Shimano? The frame. The frame was amazing. Thick aluminum. The frame and the side plates, thick aluminum, one-piece frame, true one-piece frame. Makes everything inside feel frozen. No free play anywhere in the reel. Okay, what did I not like? The original handle is tiny. The clutch is only halfway. The clicker is difficult to operate. You need to put your nail here. And it's slippery and it's at the bottom of the reel. And the drag had very difficult adjustment, very short range of adjustment. What did I like about the Abus? Okay, well, it just happens to be everything that I didn't like about the Cardiff is excellent about the Abus. The handle is amazing in the Abu and tiny in the Cardiff. The clicker, perfect placement, smooth operation, easy to find. The clutch is all the way. The drag, 6-disc carbon washers. And what didn't I like about the Abus? Multi-piece frame, this wire looking line guide, and overall not as solid feel as the Cardiff. Basically what Bass Pro did, in my opinion, they took exactly these two reels, the Shimano and the Abu, because these are the biggest competitors in this segment, and they went part by part by part and they compared the two reels and saw which reel has a better design of this part, which reel has the better clutch. The Abu, we take the clutch from the Abu. Which reel has the better frame? Shimano, we take the frame from Shimano, and so on, part by part by part. They went over and took the design of the better designed part. They didn't discover the wheel. They just took advantage of what's already discovered, but they were smart. And in some cases, when neither reel had a good design, they actually made their own design. And they made an improvement on both reels. Now let's start about the CatMaxx frame. The frame is suspiciously similar to the Shimano Cardiff. Look at the line guides. Okay, this looks like a reel that's started with a Shimano Cardiff one-piece thick aluminum frame, thick aluminum side plates, okay, and just the overall dimensions and the look, the spool spool size. This reel looks like a carbon copy of the Cardiff. Okay, so the reel has fantastic one-piece aluminum frame, thick aluminum side plates. Everything feels rock solid. Nothing moves. Okay, this reel feels more solid in your hand. $60 than a $200 Abu. Okay, now let's go over the flaws of the Cardiff and see what happened with them here. Okay, clutch. Look what they did with the clutch. Okay, well, they took the clutch and they extended it to the other side. So now you have a normal clutch. Not this thing here on the Catfish. Get out of here, orange Catfish. Okay, so the clutch was fixed. Next issue with the Cardiff, the tiny handle. Okay, well, the handle looks identical to the Cardiff, but they realized that's too short a handle on a Catfish reel, so they made it longer. They couldn't splurge and put a fancy handle like on a $200 reel, because the whole reel costs $60 and this handle alone costs $30. And I understand that, but they did recognize the flaw of the Cardiff and they fixed it. Next issue with the Cardiff, the dreaded clicker. They stole it from the Abus. They stole it from the Abus. Yep. Same feel, smoothness, same operation, placement. I wish they left it on top like the Abu, but sometimes you have these patents, they can't keep it exactly the same. But very happy with the clicker on this reel. The other issue of the Cardiff, the tiny range of adjustment on the drag and the pretty cheap drag to begin with. This guy, 6 drag washers. Okay, and check this out. Clicking adjustment of the drag. Very long range of adjustment for the drag. Okay, this drag, okay, I think they stole the discs from the Abu, but remember the Abu drag adjustment, this is the $200 reel, not the orange thing, doesn't click. $60 reel, drag adjustment, clicks. How about that? Look at these 2 screws. Okay, lifted directly from the Cardiff. The Cardiff has 3. I don't think 3 are necessary. 2 is just good enough. What an easy access to the side plate. Unscrew with your fingers. Okay. No need for tools. Okay, like here. They made a wide gap so you can open with a coin if you don't have a screwdriver. Nonetheless, that's the better design. They took the better design. Look at this now. External adjustment of the brakes. How cool is that? Okay. Both of these reels, you have to remove this side plate with the handle to adjust the centrifugal brake. That is a hassle, and if you're on a boat, you better be careful. And if it's nighttime, don't even mess with it. These guys, well, why don't we just put magnetic brake instead and leave it outside? We don't need fine adjustment. This is not a bass reel. So to summarize, Bass Pro started with a Cardiff. They took the one-piece aluminum frame, the thick aluminum side plates, the screws that hold the side plate. They took the count and placement of the bearings, the spool size, all of the reel dimensions, the line guide, and that was a great foundation for a reel. Then they took an Abu and lifted all of the advantages of the Abu over the Cardiff. They extended the clutch. The clutch operates like on a Shimano, not the mushy feeling of an Abu. They lifted the clicker. They got the great drag system. But as always, there is one problem with this reel. Well, why do I have only one CatMaxx reel? Because Bass Pro, only a right hand handle. Why no left hand handle? Give me a left hand handle and I will buy 6 of this and just stop messing with catfish reels altogether. I don't understand this. If they offered left hand handle of this reel, I would be all over it. The solid feel of Shimano, the quiet, smooth operation of Shimano, and all of the awesome accessories of Abu. The clickers, the drag, the nice handle, pure awesomeness. I showed you that I have some pretty awesome catfish reels. But if you thought that I'm a fanboy of Daiwa or Shimano or something, or Abu or something like this, you didn't watch this video, because in my opinion, nothing comes close to this reel for catfishing on the market. Not in terms of value, not in terms of functionality.